Miami's legendary center.
Let's get ready to rumble!
He was exactly what I thought he would be. He would be that face of our team.
Mourning, bang with a right hand. Nobody stronger in South Beach than Alonzo, who battled both on and off the court.
Alonzo Mourning will not be playing professional basketball this season.
Once I got the news, it totally put life in perspective.
The amazing thing is to come back after a kidney transplant.
Words can't describe, man, how good I feel right now. Thank you, God, yes.
To see him finally raise the championship trophy in 2006, whew, that's what Zoe's about.
His contributions to the game are extensive.
Zoe's legacy goes well beyond basketball.
Off the court, he has developed into one of the most compassionate human beings.
Stay strong for me, all right?
And now he lives in the Hall of Fame.
You don't play the game to get into the Hall of Fame. You play the game because you love it.
Inside the Heat, Alonzo Mourning. Welcome to a special Hall of Fame edition of Inside the Heat. And hello again, everybody. I'm Eric Reed here at the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame in Springfield, Massachusetts. And right here, we're going to take an in-depth look at the life and the career of Alonzo Mourning, one of the great centers in NBA history and a Heat lifer. And now the ultimate prize, Alonzo Mourning has arrived in the Basketball Hall of Fame. You know, when Zoe first came to Miami in 1995, he instantly became the franchise centerpiece for Pat Riley's Heat, and he helped take the Heat to many firsts, including their first NBA championship in 2006. Zoe was a great college player at Georgetown, but his love of the game was born in the same place he was, Roanoke, Virginia.
When obstacles arise, you change your direction. You do not change your decision to get there. I stand here as a man of many directions, of all of which have led me to this place, the right place.
The game of basketball was introduced to me by my father at the age of 8. Basketball was something that people expected that I did, but I was very awkward. I got laughed at quite a bit, and teased, because of my height. That drove me, so I dominated. So I averaged a triple-double throughout my whole junior to senior year. And I was averaging 10, 11 blocks a game. It made it difficult for people to score. So ultimately, we won the state championship my junior year. I think the one thing that made me want to attend Georgetown University is because I kind of watched their style of play. Watching Patrick Ewing block all of those shots, the impact that he was having on the game at that particular time, I was like, wow, I want to do that.
He was such an intimidating force in blocking shots. And he admired Patrick greatly, so therefore he used that as an incentive and an inspiration for him to play well.
He could jump from everywhere, block shots from any direction, and that's what made him Alonzo Mourning.
I felt like Georgetown was the best scenario for me. That's what helped me make my decision.
With the second pick in the 1992 NBA draft, the Charlotte Hornets select Alonzo Mourning from Georgetown University.
As a rookie coming into the league, the one thing you wanted to do is just establish yourself in that league. The offense was built around energy. You put forth the energy, you had an impact on the game.
World Series. As a rookie, Alonzo lifted the Hornets to their first playoff series triumph. But in 1995, his energy and impact attracted Pat Riley, which would lead to a blockbuster trade that would bring Zoe to the Heat.
Alonzo Mourning!
That's what started what I think is everything good about this franchise. He was exactly what I thought he would be. He would be that face of our team that we didn't know at the time was not only going to be our warrior, but was really going to be part of our culture.
Mourning, bang with a right hand. Nobody stronger in South Beach than Alonzo.
It raised the profile, and suddenly we weren't the sort of Lou Engelman good team. We became a national franchise from that day forward.
I knew there was a tremendous responsibility on my hands to start that winning culture.
He was the face of the franchise. Everybody who paid to come into the Miami Arena and the American Airlines Arena, they knew when they walked out of there that night that they got their money's worth.
Mourning slams it home.
He started it with me, and then he brought Tim in. After that, good things started to happen.
When I came here and I saw the intensity level that he played with, how he wants to win, how he likes to be prepared, how hard he works, I was ecstatic.
Blocked by Mourning and taken by Mourning. What a great play.
I'd never been around a person that can block shots the way he blocks shots.
Coach Riley's built the team, then we had to put in the work. I was kind of like the Pied Piper, you know, guys saw me doing it. It became contagious.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Together, Mourning and Tim Hardaway led Miami to the 1997 playoffs, where they would meet the New York Knicks in an unforgettable 7-game series.
Mourning for three.
Oh! It is all over. Miami Heat have become the 6th team of the history of the NBA to come back from a 3-1 deficit.
Defeating the Knicks in 97 was just the start of the Heat-Knicks rivalry.
You know, the Knicks-Heat battles were epic. I always felt like, you know, when we played in those games, I felt like the world stopped and everybody was watching us.
Despite the playoff heartbreaks, Alonzo won the NBA's Defensive Player of the Year award in both 1999 and 2000. In that same season, for the 4th year in a row, the Heat and the Knicks collided in the playoffs, featuring another matchup for Mourning against his mentor and rival, Patrick Ewing.
Even though we're great friends off the court, once we step on that court, it was a war.
A part of those games helped make me the Hall of Famer that I am, simply because it really demanded the best of you. I tried to dig as deep as I could to try to find the energy to come out on top. And unfortunately, a lot of the outcomes didn't fall in our favor, but, you know, it was a very exciting game to be a part of.
Welcome back to Springfield, Massachusetts for this very special edition of Inside the Heat. We continue to look back at the Hall of Fame career of former Heat center Alonzo Mourning, who instantly transformed the Miami Heat into a championship contender. He also helped usher the Heat into their brand new home at the American Airlines Arena in 2000. It was also in the summer of 2000 where he won a gold medal with Team USA in the Olympic Games in Sydney, Australia. But it was right after returning from those Olympic Games that life dramatically changed for Alonzo Mourning. His focus was no longer about basketball. It was about life, family, and health.
I am not supposed to be on this stage, you know, considering what life threw at me. The only reason I'm here and the only reason I'm on this stage, and the only reason I did survive is because of God's grace.
After we won the gold medal, Zoe said, look at this. It was like some type of cartoon something, that when you pushed his skin in, it didn't come back to form.
And good evening, everyone. The announcement leaving South Florida and Heat fans everywhere stunned.
Alonzo Mourning will not be playing professional basketball this season.
Once I got the news, you know, it was like, whoa, you know, and it totally put life in perspective.
I just remember seeing a broken man, you know, he was devastated.
Alonzo asked the doctor if he was going to die.
I was one of the people who volunteered to give up a kidney if we matched.
I was stunned, disoriented when I heard it. It was similar to when I heard about Magic.
Yeah, it was difficult because here he is, this physical specimen that took care of his body, ate properly, and yet had this disease.
Alonzo just looked everyone in the eye and said, this is not going to change me. It's not going to change my approach in life. I'm going to work through this.
I remember going to New York and visiting him right after the surgery. He's walked strong right towards me, and he said, I'm going to come back.
And on March 27th, 2001, Zoe was back. Here he comes, Alonzo Mourning. For Zoe, look out!
This day and age, you don't see guys coming back from major surgery and still wanting to play and have love for the game the way he does.
Dunks it home, and the Heat win! In the summer of 2002, doctors were concerned about his health.
Their advice was that I take some time off because of the added stress on the body.
In 2003, Mourning returned to the NBA when he signed with the New Jersey Nets.
As much as we wanted to stay here in South Florida, that New Jersey experience was where we were supposed to be because his doctors were right there.
In December of 2003, Alonzo underwent a successful kidney transplant. The kidney was donated by Alonzo's cousin, Jason Cooper.
Every day that I go, the chances of the kidney lasting longer in my body is greater.
Alonzo re-signed with the Heat in March of 2005 and was back on a mission to finish what he had begun.
I seized the moment. I made all the sacrifices necessary to come back, and the end result was a year later we won a world championship.
Does Alonzo Mourning want this more than anybody else? It sure looks that way.
It was an amazing accomplishment considering all the obstacles I had to overcome to get there, and it was a blessing to be able to contribute to it.
We world champs! Words can't describe, man, how good I feel right now. Thank you, God, yes.
To see him finally raise the championship trophy in 2006, that's what Zoe's about.
Mourning would play 3 more seasons with the Heat before retiring in 2009, and on March 30th of that same year, the Heat organization honored Zoe by retiring his number 33.
To have him be the first one to have that night is absolutely a pleasure, and we're proud because he has been the face of the Heat, and he has been what the Heat's been about for over 20 years.
When you look up at the rafters and you see those banners, Alonzo's was the first and Tim's was the second. They are your foundations for what the franchise is built on.
8 short years ago, I didn't envision this moment happening, and this is probably one of the greatest moments of my life. Working with the organization to continue to get back to that championship level is very fulfilling.
He's a great liaison in player development, talking to our players, and when our players look at Zoe and listen to Zoe, they know that what he says has some meaning.
He's been a great mentor for a lot of the younger guys, and he's been a great role model for the current players.
I was honored, and I was lucky to be able to kind of learn, under Alonzo, and it enables me to go out and do my own things.
He's an incredible example that you can reach all your dreams, and yet you still have an incredible platform that Zoe has learned how to take advantage of to be able to give back. I think that's the most admirable thing, that even though a player is done playing, they can still continue to be the face of the franchise.